Good morning. Here we are at Air Cool Performance. We're awful glad to have you guys tuning in today. My name is Wayne Calderaro. I am the Harley Doctor. This is another video on the series of videos on the twin cam 110 cam change and oil pump change to bring you up to speed. So far, we've done the sundry items such as taking the push rods out, cutting those. When you remove those push rods, instead of taking off the rocker boxes and the gas tank, we cut them and get them out with a bolt cutter because you want to go back with adjustable push rods. I've only had maybe 2 customers actually want to go back with the stock push rods, and I have done a whole lot of these. So the adjustable push rods are the way to go. So this morning we're going to be starting on or continuing on disassembling the cam chest. And again today, my brother Steve is joining us, our guest mechanic, and we're working on this thing. And these videos that we're making, we're trying to make these short and concise to where you can go back and check these things out without having to watch an hour's worth of videos for something you don't want to see. So anyway, we've taken the push rods out. We've taken, of course, the cam cover off. We take the primary cam and chain out, which is in a previous video that you could please watch. So now we're ready now to pull the cam plate out, and we've just taken out the tappets and so forth. So we want to show you those. All right, these are the tappets that goes to the back cylinder, and when these go in, you want to make sure this oil hole, they face each other. So the one in the back is like this, and the one in the front is facing it, okay? So someone has been in here before. I don't know if you can see, there's some magic marker writing on this. I don't know what that entails, but somebody's been in here before and they put these tappets, they put one of them in there backwards. Now what keeps these from turning is these right here, these bars go against the flat part of the tappet right here and keep those in line so that they don't, rotate and all, because the last thing you want is that roller not being in line with the tappet. If you get it like this right here, it's going to be sad singing and slow walking. So that's very important. That's what these bars do. Now, traditionally on these twin cams, the front cylinder, the front cam is, for whatever reason, seems to be the one that gets the most brunt or wear. Out of all we've seen, and we've had 2 of them that have come in to where they didn't have the service done. And a lot of people will say, oh, it'll run, you don't need to do it. Well, let me tell you, I've had 2 of these come in. One was a soft tail, one was electric glide. And I had 2 of them come in, and both of them, the front cam bearing failed. And when it did, it took a chunk out of the inside of the case. And that was a very, very expensive repair, very expensive. And so this bike here, it had some noise in the bearings. I've done enough of these to where I can listen to it and I can tell what's going on. And so as we tore into this thing, sure enough, we come to the front cylinder part. And right here, if you look, these are the tappets. Can you see all the chipping? If I can get it there. Can you see all the chipping going on that wheel, on that roller? And the same way with this one right here. I mean, you can see there's actual pretty good divots out of that right through there. So this was a just-in-time thing. So it's going to be interesting when we pull the cams out and so on and so forth to see exactly what we've got going on. So we wanted to show you that first as far as what we found with the tappets and so on and so forth, because that is an issue. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and we've taken all the bolts out of the oil pump, these 4 here, and then the other 10 that go around the outside, we've taken those out. And so now we're ready to pull the cam plate out, and that will have the cams to it, and usually the oil pump will come with it as well. It just depends. So let's go ahead and, Steve, let's take that, pull that cam plate out. Get where you guys can see. Yep, that's fine. and just sitting right here. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our cam plate out, and what has happened is, if you'll look here, look at the scoring. This is this is actually the feed side of the pump. If you'll look and see, look at the scoring that's going on. Some of that is natural, but that is quite a bit. I mean, you can see, you can feel that, Steve, brother, feel that with your finger. You can feel how rough that is right there. And yeah, you can see she's ingested some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's kind of where we're at with that. Now, this does have the 255, 255 Screaming Eagle cams. And we're going to look right here. And if you could see, if I can get this turned where you can see it. All right, right there. Now, look at that. Look at that. Now, that right there is bad juju. Right there. That is, as the Japanese say, no good in eye. And so that's what that was. You know, we heard the noise in there, and I'm telling you, the culprit is them bad boys right there. And if you can look right in there, those cam bearings, you can see how you see like needle bearing, but there's a spacer plate, a piece of a spacer in between it. A true Torrington bearing has bearings all the way, a complement of bearings all the way around. Whereas you see that's bearing, plastic spacer, and so on. So that bad boy is, and you can, I don't know if you can really tell or not, but if you could see how that it's egg-shaped worn, where it's thinner up here than it is down there. I don't know if you can see that with my camera or not, but that's what's going on. And so, I mean, I don't see a whole lot of metal up in here, which normally you would, but it has went down in the bottom, and it obviously went through the pump, as you can see right through here. But the lobes on those cams are incredibly bad shape, So we're going to now, we'll go ahead and pull out the oil pump so you can see what's going on with it. And let me get where you can dump this out, or you can see it a little better. I'm having to, there we go. Now, I mean, if you can look in there, now that doesn't look atrocious, but Lord have mercy, you can see, I mean, can you hear my fingernail grinding on those wear ribs? I mean, this bad boy, man, this bad boy is hit. And we'll look inside. Oh, and you can see inside the body, a little bit of scoring is normal and natural, but as you can see, that's pretty deep divots in there. This thing was fixed to say sayonara. And so it's a good thing that we did, we caught this in time. And we're going to be replacing those bearings. And then the next order of business is we're going to put our fixture up here, and we're going to check for the runout on this pinion shaft. That will tell us a lot about the condition of this engine. And it will also let us know whether or not we're going to be able to go with a gear-driven cam setup or back with the chain. And we're going to look right here too again on this oil pump surface. And you can see there is a serious wear divot right there. And a lot of times what happens is somebody has been in here before. And a lot of times what happens is when you put this cam plate back on with the oil pump, when you put this thing back on, let me get this where you can see it. All right. So when you put this thing back on, you tighten up your perimeter bolts for your cam plate, right? Okay, then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts right here that goes to the pump. So you get them started, you get the cam plate tightened down, and then you roll the motor over, and as you roll the engine over, you tighten these bolts. And what that does is that centers that oil pump to the bore of the pinion. And so that's a very important thing. And if you look in here on our pinion bushing, there's some pretty good scars, scratching in that. A little bit of wear is normal, but you can feel that with your finger. You don't even have to feel that with your fingernail. If you can feel it with your fingernail, it's bad, but you can feel that with your finger itself. It is definitely bad. So this thing here, we apparently caught this just in time, or I hope we did. I mean, there's some serious metal that has got in this motor off of this camshaft. I mean, that's just terrible. And it's normally the front cam that gives issue. Out of the two that we had to repair, where the cam bearing failed, what happens when it fails and this bearing fails, it takes this section out of the case right here, takes it out. And then that has to, the motor has to come out, and you have to split the cases and send those to a place that's, we use Dark Horse Engineering. They're about the best in case repair that I've found. But anyway, this is a good thing that we found this. And this bike was running good. It was running good. It had a little bit of noise. Like I said, I could hear it. Whenever you'd rev it up, it's like a ring, ring, you know, kind of a rattly sound. And what that was from was this failed cam bearing, and that's what's going on with here. And you can even feel like that right there. Feel that. Sharp, you can even feel that sharp edge. Sharp, yeah. And from where
too bad.
It's yeah, the back one is the front one.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
Up against that.
Yeah. So this is a good thing that we've caught this in time, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of metal down here in the bottom, but it's obvious that there's been some through this pump. Do you feel anything in there?
No, I don't feel nothing.
Oh, good. That's good.
No.
That's a good thing. But there's metal went through this motor, and I'm hoping that we've caught it in time to where it's not too detrimental. But there again, I mean, you can look and see. I don't know if you can. Can you hear?
Like sandpaper.
Yeah, I mean, it's the serious ridges there, and same way with the feed side of the pump here. It's pretty well hit. Like I said, you know, the way the bike was running, it was running to the layman. I think it would probably said, "Oh, it's fine." Well, it wasn't fine. But anyway, so this is the reason why, you know, a lot of folks don't like to do the cam bearing service at 30,000 miles or whatever. This motorcycle has got 31,000 miles on it, I believe. And this is what's going on. And there's already evidence that someone had been in here before. So, you know, I'm not sure what caused why that happened. And then that, like you said, and like we showed you, the tappets were in backwards. The oil holes have to face each other. And they'll obviously run either way, but that's the correct way. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. We wanted to show you what we found. Steve and I was talking about this, and we pretty much figured that there'd be some damage in here. And sure enough, there it is. And so the next thing we're going to do is we will be getting our run-out tool put on here and kind of see what shape the pinion shaft actually is in. And that'll give us a direction on how we're going to go. I mean, it may be damaged to the point to where we have to do the motor. I don't think so. But this is what you get. You know, a lot of folks say, oh, man, it's good. It's running. It'll go 70,000 miles. Well, this is what you see right here in 30,000 miles. And the gentleman that owns this motorcycle is very conservative as the way he rides. And so usually just him and his missus riding two up or whatever. But anyway, so that's where we're at with that. And the next video, we'll put the tool on here, and we'll show you the run out of the pinion, and we'll have a game plan to share with you on what we're going to do next. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys so very much. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. And as we go through this, we've got a lot of content coming your way. We've got a knucklehead motor to finish. We've got a flathead motor to do. And I think we've got a shovel head coming in. from a gentleman in Stamping Ground, Kentucky. But please like and subscribe. And as always, please make God part of your day. You'll be so glad you did. Thank you so much. Bye.